Hi class, welcome to the course overview. In this video, you will learn more about the course and how it's set up for your success. So this course is Business 20 Introduction to Business. We're going to start off by with the Canvas menu. On your left side, you have your account. If you click on it, you're able to change your profile picture by clicking profile. You're able to edit. Oops. You're able to edit your contact information, your biography, and any links you would like to add by selecting Edit Profile. You're also able to change your contact picture by selecting the pencil, and then you're able to upload your picture. This picture will appear on any discussion post or anything that has to do with your profile, such as uploading assignments. I'll be able to see your picture. Now, underneath, you have your courses. So once you click here, you will see all the different courses that you have that use Canvas, and you'll be able to access your course through there. Your calendar allows you to have a visual of everything that's due by when the professor submitted and anything that you add to your calendar. In your inbox, you're able to send and receive messages to your professor and to any classmate within your courses. Um, Please keep in mind that this is only you will only be able to message people within your courses. Your history is anything that you have um, previously viewed. Your studio, it's anything, all your videos that you have recorded. Okay, now let's go back to our course. Get back to our course. On our course menu, um, all that you have access to is our home page, which is this page, the syllabus, announcements, modules, grades, online tutoring, and Tech Connect Zoom. So going over our homepage allows you to have a quick overview of what it is expected in the first week, how to get started, and our course objectives. On the right side, you're able to click Start here for the beginning of the course, and it will give you a quick introduction about myself and welcome to the course. You're able to read the course syllabus and course schedule. You're able to, you will need to then, in step 2 is the textbook and course codes. Step 3 is for any dual enrollment student support. Step 4 is to go over the net etiquette. Step 5 is to download the Canvas mobile student app. And there's a direct link here on how to download it. Step 6, if you're new to Canvas, you're able to watch the student Canvas videos. Once you have gone over all of this information, you're able to click on Begin Course Content and start with the course. So let's go back to our home page. Then you will have access to our orientation module. You'll have access to our textbook and additional resources. Under our to-do list, you will see anything that's due that week or upcoming. As you finish, you could start exiting out of all the to-do list. Now let's jump to our syllabus. Our syllabus gives us our syllabus is like a roadmap of the course, what you should expect as the student, and what the the student should expect from the professor, such as the grading and policies. You will also be able to get my contact information, course information, again, the textbook information, course description, course objectives, learning outcomes, outlook of topics, course details, grading, policies, plagiarism, academic dishonesty, information about students with disability, and institutional service links for students, the Delta College handbook. Under announcements, you will be able to access any announcements that I post. I typically post 2 to 3 announcements a week, and you will have access to them here. Within those announcements, I usually go over that week's review. I upload any videos and any new announcements regarding homework or answering any questions if I received the same questions multiple times. Now let's go to modules. Modules is where all your assignments, all your readings, and all of your lectures are housed in. So in the very first module that we have is the orientation module. Under the orientation module, you'll be able to get information about myself, your Business 20 professor, course navigation and tour, which is what we're going over right now, at the attendance policy, the book link again, expectations, the communication plan for the professor and student, course schedule, grading, and feedback. Under resources, you'll be able to get resources and services available to you as a Delta College student. Technology tools and support is any support that you need with Canvas. And APA resources. APA resources is to help you with the APA formatting of your papers and citations. So you will need to use this page at the beginning if you're not familiar with APA citing. Then in order to stay in the course, you will need to complete the orientation assignments by the due date within the first week of the class. Lastly, a way to connect with your classmates is through the student lounge. This is a discussion forum that is non-graded and I do not oversee it. This is meant for you, the student, to collaborate with other classmates and ask questions, discuss general topics, share resources, and support each other throughout the semester. And again, I am not monitoring this discussion. If you have any questions directly for me, please send them to me in the inbox, Canvas inbox. Okay, so to go over how our weekly modules are set up. Each week you will have a course overview. Within the course overview, you will have a welcome message and an introduction, short introduction to that week's topic. You'll have the learning objectives and your to-do list. After that, you could select next. You will have your chapter reading. And again, each week you have your chapters embedded within your module. Once you're done with that, you're able to click next. And then you will have your video lecture. Your video lecture where I'll be going over that week's topics in a video using PowerPoint. If you need to add to have captions, you're able to select the captions here. If you want to extend to full screen, you have the option to do so here. Now, next, After the video lecture, you will typically have your assignments. Your assignments vary from a discussion to just a regular assignment. There will be weeks that you have two discussions, and there will be weeks where you have a discussion and an assignment, and there will be weeks that where you will only have an assignment. And then your assignment is set up in this um, way where you have your assignment to-do list, anything that you need to prepare, such as a script, any additional reading that you need to do, and then your task. Then you'll have your submission and your APA formatting and citing guides, and then your grading and rubric, and your rubric at the very end. And then you will have a recap page. So the topics that we'll be covering are the first one for Module 1, Teamwork in Business. Module 2, The Foundations of Business. Module 3, Economics and Business. Module 4, Ethic and Social Responsibility. Module 5, Business and a Global Environment. Module 6, Business Ownership. Module 7, Entrepreneurship. Module 8, Management and Leadership. Module 9, Structuring Organizations. Module 10, Operations Management. Module 11, Motivating Employees and Managing Human Resources. Module 12, Marketing, Providing Value to Customers. Module 14, Personal Finances. And Module 15, Accounting and Financial Information. The very end, you will have a final module where you have the final exam, which is worth 135 points. And the final exam, it consists of multiple choice, short answer questions, and matching. And then lastly, you will have a professor feedback survey. This survey is an anonymous survey, and you will not be graded for this. Okay, going back to our course menu, you also will have access to your grades. And this is the how you could check what assignments you have completed, what is the status of the assignment, and where you have scored for that assignment. Online tutoring allows you to connect, will allow you to connect to the online tutoring that's available here at Delta College. And to connect Zoom is Zoom. You're able to record any videos on here if you wish to record videos for your assignments. That is all for the course navigation. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email using the Canvas inbox.